everyone, and welcome back to Mini Madness. If you haven't seen the morning splits, that is already available on the channel in a video on demand format, but we had some fantastic racing there. Now, I have changed a few settings on the microphone a little bit because I noticed the audio levels were a bit weird in places after rendering some stuff, but yes, we're here with the afternoon splits now. Afternoon split 1 first of all, and as you can see in front of you, we have these drivers here: AB Saints, Rapid GT, which was formerly Rapid Gator, TT Base, I Bring My Own Beans, Chaldonby, C4 Bomber, CRR Super Dragon, TSR Ryan 03, Quoted in Edmonds, and B Racing 1. Now, as I say, there is going to be 2 splits this afternoon. So we have this one, which is 3 till 4. It'll just be just before 4, and then we'll go into split 2 with then a further break after that before the evening splits later on. Now, before we jump to the lobby, let's have a look at the championship first of all. And we're actually starting on page 2. I wish this would reset itself. That's one thing that is quite annoying. I wonder if we can just start it again. There we go. So there is your championship at this moment in time, with GT Alex, Swarguy and Jomus leading the way. Now, the critical thing here is Jomus didn't get a full set of points in the morning split. So Jomus raced this morning, which does leave GT Alex and Swarguy to potentially break away from Jomus a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. As we go through the points, you can see how close this championship actually is. I did repeat this morning. Chaldonby down to Mr. Gold Machine there. So that's position 17 down to 32. 10 points. Very significant. Every position matters in this championship. Best 4 rounds out of 6. So you can miss a round or you can drop a round, depending if you do all 6 or not. You can see how close it actually is in this championship. And we have some new faces as well in this round that weren't necessarily in the previous round. Thanks so much for that donation, whoever that was. I can't see donations, I'm afraid, while I commentate, but thank you very much. I know it's just come in my ear, that's all I can tell you. But we should be going to the last page. There we go. So you can see very tight throughout this championship, and it's been really, really good so far. So let's actually jump to the lobby now. So we have Rapid GT right there. Now we are missing one person from the lobby at the moment, so I am currently chasing them down to see whether or not they can make it or not. Yes, we have. Let's start with Chaldonby first of all. So Chaldonby's got a new livery this time. We've got we've got Simpsons with a little bit of Kit Kat in there and the Lewis Pog meme basically. Oh, Tidgney Flawless on the other side as well by Chaldonby. Of course, the liveries are a big part of this championship. Really, a lot of people going to town with these liveries. It's nice to see as well. So there's Chaldonby for you. I Grind My Own Beans. Now, this is a new competitor in the championship. Another Simpsons mobile. Look how good that looks. That's fantastic. Every Simpsons character on there that you can see. What is your favourite Simpsons character in chat? I'd love to hear that one while we go around. We then have Rapid GT, who we were on before. That's Rapid Gator. A new livery for Rapid GT as well. Power Max, because obviously it was Rapid Gator, so it was a little bit Gatory, the last one. A Sterling on there as well. Max Power. Rapid GT looking quite quick here. Let's go to TSR Ryan now. You'll know Ryan from the chat, of course. That's Ryan Hilliard, and with the Sony, and it's a Mines Mini. So yeah, we've got a lot of Pog faces on there, Flawless and Lewis Pog on there. We've got B Racing 1, another new competitor. So we've got a few new competitors in this one, as I say. You can still enter this. I think there's about a week left on entries. You'll have to check the description and the PDF just to confirm that. I'll have to check that myself. But there is a little bit of time to enter. I can't read what that says on the back. Can we get chase cam? We can indeed. Don't open dead inside. Oh, epic. Absolutely epic B Racing 1 there. So let's go to wow. Well, we know what it is. It's Mini Madness. It's Quoted in Edmonds. Pleb. Of course, this channel is famous for using the word pleb, and you know, I always use it on myself. I call myself a pleb most of the time. And we have pleb Mini Madness livery right there in quote Eden Edmonds. We're going down under next. It's CRR Super Dragon. Again, Charlie Roscoe Racing. So we saw Super Dragon last time. Charlie Roscoe is also a YouTuber, as I mentioned last time. Feel free to go check out that channel. But we got Super Dragon here. Let's see what Super Dragon can do this time. And then we have AB Saints 25. And AB Saints, that's a new livery. I'm sure that's a new livery. I've not seen that. It's got more sponsors on than you can shake a stick at. So, yes. That could be interesting. What's on top? The one bad thing about this, I can't see what's on top. It looks like a Scottish flag. But AB Saints has got the Australian flag. Interesting. Very interesting. Right, let me just see if I can find the individual who is missing. I think I covered everybody there as well, didn't I? Please let me know if I didn't. Just trying to catch up now. Discord, I've had no message from the individual, so we will see. Qualifying is going to start in 1 minute's time. Well, actually, I'll give the drivers a bit longer notice than 1 minute. Minutes past. Okay. It's a problem when you're doing everything to do with the championship, so it just gives them a few more moments. I'll also just have a gander at what the heck happened on the channel. Swar Guy donated earlier. Thanks, Swar Guy. Thanks for doing this, mate. Here's the entry fee. Thanks very much, my friend. Thank you very much. So, if you got any... the C4 Bombers... Oh, okay. Look. Okay, so, we'll just let the drivers know. So, there we go. So we're just waiting for C4 Bomber. That's the first notification I had off C4 Bomber, so we will just let him try and get in the lobby. A bit like what happened to Herm earlier. And yeah, this is a fun championship. So if you've never seen Mini Madness before, I assume most of the viewers have, because there's been a lot of videos on it now. It's literally a fun championship. DRD to DRA+, weak slipstream, weak boost, fantastic racing, reverse grids, 5-minute sprint race, and a 15-minute feature race. Yeah, we'll just give C4 Bomber a few moments to see if he can get in. He was in the last race, so I fully expect that he can get into this one at some point. And then we'll kick off. If you do have any problems with the microphone, do let me know. As I say, it's a new microphone, this. There was, as I say, a slight issue I found in the last videos, only a little one, so I've changed the gain on the microphone, I've changed a setting on it as well, so I'm hoping it's actually better than last time, and hopefully it can keep up with the old shouting and screaming and breathing and everything else in between as well. So yeah, we'll just see if we can get C4 Bomber in. Yeah, he's just restarting his game now, so it just gives everyone a bit longer to practice. But that's why we have an hour set out for these lobbies. It actually only takes, if it's on time and perfectly running, about 35-40 minutes. So it just gives us that little bit extra to make sure everybody can get in. So we'll have 2 races, as I say, in the afternoon split 1, then 2 races for split 2. And then later on this evening at 8 PM British summertime, there will then be 2 more splits with we've got 1 full lobby and 1 nearly full lobby. So the evening splits are always the busiest, of course. We have C4 Bomber finally in. So what we will say with qualifying is going to start at 16. That gives C4 Bomber just a quick chance to get out there. Is it open already? Is what open already? Best F1 race this season? Really? Does it beat Silverstone? I can't imagine that. As Sheldon B goes off there in that machine. There we go. The flawless there. Simpsons on there. And there's a penalty for Sheldon B for going off. Sterling. No. It's 8 PM BST for the evening slots, Bruno. Yeah, please don't spoil it, crazy. Please don't spoil it. Some people may be doing this instead. So we've just got a few more moments. Look at this livery. I grind my own beans. Look at the Simpsons. It's great. I did see Homer was the favorite of someone's favorite character from somebody. Duff beer, Duff man can't breathe. Duff man. Copyright strike. Ink. You're in the afternoon one. Okay, so you're in split 2 then, which is literally in 45 minutes time, Bruno. Homer! No! So we've just got another 1 minute and 20 seconds, and then we will kick off with the first qualifying session of the afternoon. I'll say, if you've got any questions, do fire them out in chat. Always happy to answer any questions, of course. As we just watch I grind my own beans. I think we might just say beans for now, because during the race, I grind my own beans is a lot to say if it's 4 wide. I grind my own beans is 4 It doesn't quite work, does it? Hello, Eric. How are you, my friend? So we are about to kick off with qualifying. As my one of my headsets falls out. So we'll do this bang on. Oh, in fact, just before that. Oh, we just got to wait for Ryan. Okay, okay, Ryan. So another slight delay while we just wait for Ryan. Futurama Simpsons. Oof, drama there in chat. Although I do like Futurama as well. We'll just see if Ryan's sorted himself out here, and then as I say, we will then kick off. No absolute championship leaders in this. I think Sheldon B maybe the highest championship contender in here at the moment. I say it is a bit of fun, this championship, but yeah, obviously people still want to win. We're racing drivers after all, virtual or not. We are racing drivers. So we'll just let Ryan get in. Hopefully his heads-up display has sorted itself out. Yes, TSR _ Rhino 3 is Ryan Hilliard, yes. It's a part of the team TSR now. So fingers crossed this has solved the problem. I'm assuming Ryan will tell us in chat as well, just to be sure. Had a few technical hitches this morning. Not ours, believe it or not. Last time, obviously, we were having internet issues. This time, it's not internet issues. It's other technical problems. Right, Ryan's just typing. Hopefully, it's solved, and then we'll kick off. Ryan has had more name changes than Prince. But he was TSR _ Rhino 4 at one point, but then he forgot his password, so he had to make another one, Rhino 3. This is where I wish everyone had a wireless keyboard, to be fair, because typing. So let me just check advanced options. I can't remember what it is in here. It's so detailed options. Try and get it sold before he goes into qualifying. It's a fair run for everyone. That should fix it. Show race info. Say display all. And we've just lost C4 Bomber. Oh, technical problems here, guys. Apologies for the delay. Hopefully it will get sorted in a second. Hopefully C4 Bomber can get back in. Let's just check Discord. That's all okay. So we'll just wait for C4 Bomber to get back in. Hello Dennis, how are you, mate? There we go, C4 Bomber's back in. Once C4 Bomber is loaded up and on circuit, we will go for the quali session. Probably get knocked out of the first page after this round. Well, you don't know. Don't know, to be fair. Good to hear, Dennis. Good to hear. So, C4 Bomber has loaded up. Right, so we're going to go into quali session now, guys. Visible damage on. So, 1 outlap, 2 flyers. Right, here we go with qualifying then, guys. Let's see who is first out onto the circuit. And that is TSR Ryan. We can see some Tidgney Flawless on the back of that car. And we'll just go through the liveries again, just so you know who everybody is, and you can look out for them during the race. So you can see TSR Ryan there, the 2 black lines, and obviously all the pictures on top with Tidgney Flawless. I think Jomas is in there, and Lewis Pog. The TT Base in the Iron Brew livery. And then we missed the Iron Brew livery before, actually, when I was going through the leaderboards. Let's have a good look at that. Iron Brew. That's full Scottish for you right there. Sheldon B in the sort of Simpsons but green Mr. Bean look with the Lewis Pog and Tidgney Flawless on there. It's Jimmy's face, not Jomas. There we go then. Okay, that's confirmed by Ryan. Thank you. Rapid GT there with a Sterling and Power Maxed livery. And then we have B Racing. Don't open, dead inside on the back of it. I love that livery, man. How good's that? Just have a little message there. A little message like that. We then have C4 Bomber in the grey machine. It's got Coca-Cola on there. What else has it got on there? Lots of different, we've got Rolex on there as well. And then we've got I Grind My Own Beans, which is the full Simpsons machine. All the characters are on there. Yeah, the aliens are on there as well. And then we've got the Quoid and Edmonds in the Pleb Mini Madness car. We have CRR Super Dragon in the Charlie Roscoe Racing livery. And then we have AB Saints 25 with the car with 10 billion sponsors on it. So let's go to the front car. Let's go on board with TT Base in the Iron Brew machine as we come through turn number 3 now. So we're heading up to the most technical corner on the circuit, in my opinion at least, because you want to carry a lot of speed here, and it's the corner that costs the most time. It's coming into here, you want to trail brake exactly like TT Base does there. Doesn't carry a huge amount of speed there. 72 miles an hour apex speed. You are looking for around 77 miles an hour, but even so, still accelerates out there, absolutely no problem. Down the hill now, avoiding the wall on the right hand side. That sticks out more than you think. As we then head up the hill, you want to stick to the left and then go to the right hand side, stick tight towards that curbing, and just before this curbing coming up, brake, drop to 3rd gear. Now 3rd gear is the better gear in my opinion, because of what you get wheel spin in 2nd gear, and it's really not that helpful. You then shoot towards the start finish line, and then that is a lap of the Sardegna Layout C. I know we missed the first turn, so we'll stay on board Tranquil Base just to show you that first turn. But an 18.7 is a good start. TSR Ryan, oh, Sheldon B goes at 75 for Sheldon B. B Racing 1 goes into P2 there as well. I Grind My Own Beans has just jumped up as well, and somebody's just jumped into the 4th. In terms of the first corner, you're going to brake at the 50 metre board right about here. Drop down to 3rd gear, try and chuck it in. lovely clip of the curb there. That is a lovely line there by TT Base. But let's see what's actually happened here. So Chalder B in P1 currently by a large margin there. 6.5 temps, nearly 7 temps for Chalder B, with some slipstream that's playing into effect a little bit here. We have B Racing 1 in P2, the newcomer to the championship, showing his face, or their face, very well. TSR Ryan got up there as well, as did Rapid GT. Look how close these gaps are. And we've got a purple sector there for Rapid GT. Let's see what happens towards the end of this lap as everybody gets closer and closer and closer. Q Eden Edmonds is in P5, Super Dragon P6, Agramo being P7, TT Base P8. And we'll have a look who are the bottom two competitors at the moment. Oh, there's side-by-side action going on in qualifying. It's not what you want here as we head towards the line. Who is going to get pole position? We're going to stay with Rapid GT here. Rapid GT was purple on that sector time. As we head towards the line, who is getting pole here? Rapid GT just in there, 75.03. Wow, that was close. And if we jump further back, we've got C4 Bomber and AB Saints as they head towards the line. Any improvements here? Oh, they've already passed the line. AB Saints 25 is here though. Let's have a look going around the last corner right now. AB Saints has to gain 9 temps from somewhere. This looks like a better lap though. It does look like a better lap. Heading towards the line. 17. This is going to improve surely. Oh, just a small improvement in the end for AB Saints. But that's going to be your grid for this first race. I went to grab the controller then and it wasn't where it was meant to be. So let's get on with the official race now, guys. Let's get ready with this sprint race. Let's have some fun. Rapid GT starting on pole position. Now the start, again, I have to reiterate, the start does require a little bit of skill. It's a standing start with penalties. No traction control is allowed in the settings. Oh, it looks like somebody may have crashed out here. Whenever it sticks like this, somebody has usually crashed out. T4 Bomber lost out there. T4 Bomber will still get some points for this, but will just come in at the back of the field in this sprint race. But T4 Bomber will be able to return for the feature race as well. So we're going to only have 9 drivers for this one now, and not 10 as we prepare for this start. As we can look and just see in the distance there, we can see the lights. 1 light, 2 light, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's green as we get racing here for the first time this afternoon at Sardegna Layout C. Who's had good starts? Who's had bad starts? Let's find out as everybody goes line astern here. And we've got movement further back. They're 3 wide already as we head towards turn 1. Rapid GT has got the lead still here. Chalder B falling in behind, but potentially looking for the move. Not close enough, I don't think, but the 3 wide further back. So they head towards turn 1. It's Rapid GT from Chalder B as we go a bit further back. Our Grandma Beats in there as well. And side by side for Q and Evans and AB 25, but everyone through the first corner absolutely cleanly as we continue on now towards the technical turn 4. B Racing 1 looking towards the inside. Doesn't quite get it to work as they head towards the left-hander here. Rapid GT from Chalder B, from B Racing. Oh, look at the 4-wheel drifting action there from the minis here as they now go down the hill. A little bit of a penalty there, but that's no worries. B Racing should be able to scrub that off throughout the race. As I say, we are just using GT Sports track limits here. Literally, it is what it is. If you get one, it should just scrub itself off as we head towards the hairpin. Any movements here? Everyone's line astern. Oh, a little bit of action here. TSR Ryan. Wow, that was a dive and a half at the hairpin there. Managed to get it to work. B Racing's got rid of his penalty finally. Oh, Super Dragon off into the grass. But it's all fighting action there. Further back on the grid. TT Base, TSR Ryan. They're very, very close. AB Saints, Agramo Beans, Q and Edmonds all side by side as well. They head across the start finish line, up the hill, and they're going to head down to turn number 1, and it's going to be 4 wide into turn 1 here for these guys. They drop it down to 3, they drop it down to 2 potentially. Oh, a little bit of contact there. AB says 25. Oh, and TSR Ryan, and unfortunately a big incident there. So the Australians have been sent to the back and the Shadow Realm at the same time, stealing Super GT's quotes there. but even so, let's head towards the left-hander now. Rapid GT, Cheltenham B. Very close here. Oh, B Racing is slightly off there. Let's go on board B Racing here as we head down the hill, and you can just see that gap growing after that little mistake there. Cheltenham B is very close to Rapid GT here as they head up the hill again, and coming into the hairpin. Is there going to be any moves? Rapid goes defensive. Cheltenham B goes to the right side here. Into the hairpin they go. And Cheltenham is going to have a really good run out of this corner, taking the long way round. Let's jump on board with Cheltenham B now as they head towards the start finish time once again. There you can see the run, and here you can see the gap is a tenth. It's now under a tenth. Cheltenham B takes the lead here from Rapid GT. Further back, TSR Ryan, now grab my own beans. B Racing, they're all side by side there, really close with that mid pack as we head up the hill for a third time now. It's Cheltenham B, Rapid GT. Is Rapid GT going to make a move here? Going to stick behind? Cheltenham B goes defensive here. Rapid GT goes towards the right hand side, and Cheltenham B is going to keep that position for now unless it's some form of cutback. Ooh, there could be a cutback here. Looks like Rapid GT's had an absolutely awesome run out that corner. And further back, we will have a look further back. Looks like TSR Ryan's had an issue somewhere. So Rapid GT has taken back the lead there as I grab my own beans. We're just going to call it beans from now. And just so we can keep up here. Beans on the inside of Eden Edmonds as they head towards the left hand here. Slight bit of contact there. That's forced Q Eden Edmonds way off there. Few guys going off there. Super Dragon trying to go around the outside of somebody already off there. That's a new technique and a half. As we now go up the hill towards the hairpin. Is Rapid GT and Cheltenham B, are they going to have moves on each other? Further back, Beans and B Racing are going side by side as well. Rapid GT, Cheltenham B, into the left hand, there we go. And Rapid GT is just going to keep that for now. Line astern as they leave that corner. Beans and B Racing one, they're very close. B Racing one getting a better run out the corner. Further back, we've got AB 25 back in the action. TT Base in there as well. And the guys who have lost out further back are going to be in the fight on the final lap, as that's what we start right now. And you can see action further ahead. Rapid GT and Cheltenham B still side by side here as they head towards the first corner. 17,000 separates them as they head towards the braking zone for one last time in this sprint race. It's Rapid GT versus Cheltenham B. Round the outside, Cheltenham B is going to... No way is Cheltenham B going to do this. He's going to get it done here. Cheltenham B is going to absolutely nail it. Round the outside, turn one. Fair play to both drivers, but what a move by Cheltenham B. Up into P1, Rapid GT in P2. So Cheltenham B went really defensive there to try and break the slipstream. Let's look further back a little bit here. Beans has got a 0.5 penalty. That was harsh on the last lap, that's for sure. B Racing 1 into P3 at the moment. We've got Quo Eden Edmonds in P5, AB Tate's in P6. Oh, there's a bit of contact there further back, I'm sure. And Ryan, TT Base, and Super Dragon all fighting there. As they continue on down the hill. And up the hill we go with Cheltenham B and Rapid GT. You can see the fight for third. The fight for first is on your screen though right now as we head into the left-hander. It's Cheltenham B versus Rapid GT. Rapid's trying to go for the cutback. Is it going to work? Oh my word, this is going to be extremely close. Cheltenham B went defensive there, stopped it on the apex. Looks like it's going to be Cheltenham B's. Further back, B Racing, Beans, and Eden Edmonds, they're very close. Let's jump back to the lead here. It's Cheltenham B versus Rapid GT. As they head towards the line, there's a break on the slipstream further back. There's your first two. Third place is going to be B Racing 1. Fourth place for Beans. Eden Edmonds 5th. AB's 8th, 6th. 7th for Ryan. 8th for Base. 9th for Super Dragon. Wow, what a first race there in this sprint race. Oh, wow. Breathe, Tidge, breathe. So Cheltenham B gets that first victory there in that sprint race. And we are going to be having the feature race in 5 minutes time once the drivers have just cooled down a little bit from that first race. But again, some fantastic racing there, some clean racing, few incidents here and there, but that's to be expected when the race is literally this close. Hopefully C4 Bomber can get back in. C4 Bomber is in now. C4 Bomber will start on pole position, so potentially C4 Bomber gets last in that race, and we'll hopefully see him be able to race in the next one. Oh, 5 nubby, 5 minute cool down warm up before feature. As Super Dragon says, please use radars. But yes, radars is a necessity here just because of the weight transfer that can happen with the cars moving side by side. A little tap can turn into an absolute tank slapper, literally with the tiniest of touches. 5 nubby. 5 minute cool down warm up before feature. As Super Dragon says, please use radars. As Super Dragon says, please use radars. 5 minute cool down warm up before feature. 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 5 minute cool down warm up b But that was some fantastic racing here. So a couple of guys going out again. Just to remind you of the championship while we have this little 5-minute break. So there is... oh, it's starting on page 4 this time. I still can't get it to start on page 1. Which is kind of annoying. Oh, actually, I think I can do it that way. Maybe that works. We will see. So, we have... is Chalderby on that page? I thought Chalderby was higher, actually. So, who is... Rapid Gator is our top driver, actually, in this lobby at the moment. So, Rapid GT coming in second place there. So, that's some more good points. That'll push him up the table. Potentially. Chalderby is a bit further down there. You see how close this championship is, as I said earlier. Further down, we've got Quoted and Edmonds there. TT Base there, also in this lobby. Further down, nobody else I can see at the moment in this lobby. We should be moving to page 3 in just a moment. There we go. And Super Dragon in there as well. AB Saints 25. I think AB Saints came ahead of Super Dragon, so potentially a movement in the championship right there as well. As we will then jump to that final page of the standings here in this Mini Madness Championship. And all C4 Bombers in there as well. And I believe that is everybody. So, let's have a look at... hopefully C4 Bomber's out there now. C4 Bomber didn't get much time, so we'll just put it on C4 Bomber for now. We've just got another 2 minutes or so in terms of just chill out, warm up before we begin the final feature race of the first afternoon split. Looks like B Racing 1's had a bit of enough there. See all the sponsors there, Rolex, Coca-Cola. If you do want to join this championship, as I say, it's going to be your last opportunity pretty much to join this championship. Do check out the description. There's a PDF there. With that PDF, it has all the information, including the links to relevant forms. Also check out the Discord, because Discord is where this championship is actually organised. So it's our main form of communication. C4 Bomber is lagging a little bit there, so it's not too bad, fortunately. When you have slower cars, the lag it's not as bad, which is why we're using lower cars, because we are literally global, as you can see by the flags there on the left hand side. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens this afternoon. I'm not sure what's next in terms of drivers. Oh, big lag, and C4 Bomber's gone again. C4 Bomber's suffering with a little bit of lag here, unfortunately, which is a shame. We'll give C4 Bomber a chance to get back in again. It may be worthwhile, C4 Bomber, if you're listening, it may be worthwhile just refreshing your cache. Sorry, deleting your cache on your PlayStation. That may be a cause of the issue. Yes, once C4 Bomber's back in, we will kick off the feature race. Just make sure I've got all the settings correct. Don't want to start the race. Fortunately, so far we've not actually had a problem with settings. 12 laps, reverse grid, is exactly what we want. As C4 Bomber just gets out on circuit now, we'll just let C4 Bomber get out of the pits. John Cooper sponsor there. We've got BP, DHL, Diesel, Elf. So once C4 Bomber leaves the pits, we will then kick off. Hello Tom, how are you? Oh, my family have returned, I think, from their camping trip. Hopefully the internet doesn't suddenly start dying, but we will see. So I think C4 Bomber is okay. I'll just confirm in chat. So if C4 does DC from the feature racer, just come at the back again. He has tried to enter, he has been here, so that is like default points basically for C4 Bomber. So he doesn't lose out in the end. Technically you could gain because he's in a smaller lobby, but it is what it is. it's a fun championship in the end. So we'll just check his C4 bomber is ready, and then we'll kick off. Just type in now. That's good. Yes, let's go. Okay, I like the sound of that. Let's go with the feature race here for Mini Madness Afternoon Split number 1. Let's see what happens with the racing. Is Chaldenby going to get another victory? Or is Rapid GT going to try and get that victory off Chaldenby? Let's find out, guys. As you see the grid line up right here. We've got Bomber, Super Dragon, Base, Ryan, Beans, AB Saints, Ian Edmonds, B Racing 1, Rapid GT, and Chaldenby. Once again, look ahead. Just under the Sardegna sign, you will start seeing the red lights switching themselves on. There we go. This was the first one. Second, third, fourth, and the final lights as we get ready for racing. And it's green. Here we go with the feature race of Afternoon Split 1 here at Sardegna Layout C. Everybody's looks like they've had a good start. Further back, there's been some terrible starts. Whoever's in the green machine, I think that might be Chaldenby actually, has had an absolutely atrocious start. No, it's not Chaldenby. It's Quoid and Edmonds has had a terrible start there. As we go towards the first corner, T4 Bomber under all sorts of pressure from Tranquil Baser into the left-hander. They're going to go, and TT Base gets that position. Oh, a little bit of lag there, I think. And C4 Bomber's gone out on to the gravel. A little bit of lag is just punching him off a little bit there. As we continue on, TT Base leading the way from Super Dragon. Beans in P3. We've got Saints in there as well. I think Ryan may have got a penalty for that as well. As we head towards the left-hander here. TT Base has cut the corner there. It's going to go off surely. Going to have dirt on his tyres. Super Dragon's going to potentially take advantage of that as they go down the hill. Beans is in there as well. You can see the slight penalty there. Oh, a little bit of contact here, there, and everywhere. Beans. Oh, big contact. Hopefully they calm down a little bit there. But Super Dragon taking the P1 position for now. Chaldenby already up to P4 here, making some serious progression through the field as we come into the hairpin here. Side-by-side action here with the minis, and out they go, and they continue on towards the line here. Someone let TT Base in, otherwise he's going in the pits. As we continue on now, so TT Base just makes it in there before the pits. It's Super Dragon leading the way here for Charlie Roscoe Racing, followed by Beans. Chaldenby very close there in that P3 position. Further back, we're 2-3 wide as we come over the hill and head down towards turn 1 once again. And Chaldenby looking to get the move done on Beans. That doesn't quite work out there. Super Dragon runs a little bit deep there as well, so they're line astern as we go a bit further back. Rapid GT and Ian Edmonds, they have a little bit of contact there as they head around turn number 3 now and head towards that technical turn number 4 that we probably should give a name, to be honest. As we head down towards here now, Ryan's on the outside of Rapid GT. Any issues further ahead? Super Dragon makes it easily around there. They all do indeed, actually. Oh, well, I say they all do. Ian Edmonds is into the barrier. T4 Bombers coming through there in P7. I think Ian Edmonds has a lot to do now to catch up to the back of the field. As we look at this now, there's a fight on for P1. Beans down the inside of Super Dragon. Chaldenby's in there as well, as a few penalties are being taken off here as well. And Beans into P1 at the moment. So some invisibility cloaks being used here. And it looks like Super Dragon potentially could get an advantage there as they head towards the start-finish line once again. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Chaldenby and Super Dragon as they head towards the line. It's Beans from Super Dragon from Chaldenby. It looks like Beans is trying to share that slipstream a little bit. And Chaldenby's going to get that slipstream as they head towards turn 1. TSR Ryan further back with TT Base, Rapid GT, Bomber and B Racing also racing as they head towards the first corner once again. It's Super Dragon is going to keep that position, keep that P2 position there as they exit turn 1. Oh wow, where's TSR Ryan come from? Ryan into P3 from absolutely nowhere as they then go into turn number 3, and Base is on the inside as well of Chaldenby. So Chaldenby's lost 2 positions here in the space of that many corners as well, as we then head towards the technical left, and in we go. And all fine. Oh, Bomber's gone off there, just a bit too deep there for Bomber, and Ian Edmonds is coming back into the picture as well now, so that's why Boost is on. It helps those that do have issues. Oh, slight bit of contact there between Ryan and Super Dragon as they head up the hill once again, and Beans is trying to break away as fast as they can. And Beans, a new member, or a new competitor to the championship, is doing awesomely well here. Into the left-hander, there you go, and a little bit of contact there with Base and Super Dragon. As we leave the last corner, and look how tight it is. It really is that close. As we head towards the line, it's Beans with an 8/10 gap now, and that's approaching 9/10 from Ryan. I'm losing track here, and then Base and Challenby. Rapid GT is falling down the order quite quickly here. Not sure what's going on there. And B Racing 1 is going to look down the inside of Rapid GT as well. No, pulls it back across. As they head towards turn number 1. It's Beans still leading the way here, but it's side-by-side action here. A little bit of contact there. Base has been in the gravel as well. Gonna have to be careful there as they come around turn number 3. It's very close indeed. Let's jump to the P1 driver of Beans. We've got Ryan closing in sharpish on that Simpsons machine as they head towards the left-hander once again. Oh, look at the four-wheel drift in there. Oh, Super Dragon's gone full four-wheel drift in there. All sorts happening further back. I think a couple of guys have had issues there. Seafield Palmer especially has had issues as they head down the hill once again. And then they're going to head back up to it. It's a fight for P1 here. Beans has lost that position to TSR Ryan as they head towards the left-hander. And Bomber, unfortunately, is disconnected again as they leave that hairpin. It's TSR Ryan this time. Challenby leading that mid-pack madness. As we head towards the start-finish line. If we can have a look at what happened to Ryan in getting that position. So it was going down the hill there. Ryan managed to get on the inside of Beans, and that's how Ryan got that position. So we follow Ryan now, who's currently in P1 position, and Beans in P2, and then Challenby in P3. Further back, we've got 3 wide into turn number 1 in the pleb machine there. Quoted and Edmonds coming back into the battle. Oh, Base has gone off. Base has gone off into the gravel. Base down to P9 now as we continue on with the racing. Real big pack here. B Racing 1 actually making their way through the field there up to P3 once again. And AB Saints looking down the inside here now. 3 wide into here. Definitely does not go. If they survive this, I'll be impressed. Not quite, nearly do. But unfortunately, AB Saints, the person who doesn't get the look there. Base going to go down the inside here of Saints as well. As they come down the hill now. Cohen and Edmonds up to P4 there. Made some serious moves during that action as they then head up to the hairpin once again. So Ryan's trying to pull away as fast as humanly possible. And you can see how boost works as well, because Iden Edmonds, sorry, 13.5. That's what happens when you lose out on the pack and then you try and catch up as well. So the line is stirring a little bit more now, potentially going to start to work together in order to try and attack the drivers in front. That's what I would look towards doing anyway, because you don't want anyone to really pull away. You really want to be in that fight for that position on the very last lap. We're halfway through the race currently, starting lap number 6 now, with Ryan leading away from Beans. But we're focused here on this P4 battle here. Rapid GT, Quoted and Edmonds, TT Base in there as well, Chaldenby's in there, and we've got the 2 Australians at the back at the moment, the Super Dragon and AB Saints. Looks like they're being bullied a little bit here, the Australians, but drivers can put in complaints about drivers if they feel that driving standards are not meeting, you know, or not being fair or not being reasonable. Drivers can do that in the Discord, or just talk to me in the Discord direct message. So let's go towards the leader now. Ryan's got a penalty there of 0.4, which suggests he's run wide somewhere. 1.2 seconds from Beans. They're still not outside the slipstream yet. B Racing 1 under all sorts of pressure from Rapid GT here as they head up the hill towards the hairpin. Corey and Edmonds trying to get in there as well. Going for a lovely cutback maneuver as they head towards the hairpin here. Slight bit of contact there. Oh, big crash! Huge crash! We've had an absolute monster crash there. Just a mixture of everybody tagging each other there has caused an absolute massive crash, unfortunately. So B Racing 1, a lot of work to do here. Half the race still to go, so we'll catch up back up to the back of that pack. But my word, that was a huge crash. We'll see if we can have another look at that right now. So we'll go on board with Quote in Edmonds here, and we should be able to see everything that happened here. So going up the hill here, B Racing 1 on the left hand side, Rapid GT sort of in the middle here. Quote in Edmonds goes to the right side. So there's a little bit of contact there, little bit of contact, and then all sorts of carnage then because of the little weight transfers. We might need to go a little bit further back than that actually, just to see what's going on. So let's have a look at this from Challenby's perspective. We should be able to see it here. So you can watch as they come up here. A little bit of a tag there, which forces the Rapid GT to go left, which hits B Racing 1, which then hits all three of them, and that's the result, basically. So that's the biggest accident we've had so far, and in terms of what that's done to the gap, CSR Ryan still with a big gap there, 1.6 seconds from Beans, who has a 3.2 seconds gap to Challenby, who has a 2.6 seconds gap to Rapid GT, where Rapid GT, Super Dragon, AB Saints, Coin Edmonds, TT Base, they're all going to be in there very quickly fighting for those remaining positions. Let's go one position further back. I think there was a little bit of contact there as they continue on out of the last corner, and once again getting very close to that pit wall as they head towards the start-finish line. So we've broken up a little bit here. It means my life's a bit more manageable as we continue on now across the start-finish line, starting lap number 8, of course. They're going to be 3 wide, potentially 4 wide here. Are the Australians working together here, potentially? No, Super Dragon's decided he wants to make it 4 wide into turn 1. Here we go. Oh, a little bit of contact there. They all mostly survive here. B Racing 1 back into the mixer after being the ultimate victim of that previous incident. And side-by-side action now. So B Racing 1 up into P7 once again as we head towards the left-hander. And all sorts of battling happening in here. So AB Saints runs slightly wide there. That's going to give Super Dragon a little bit of an advantage to get P5 here. 3 wide into here does not go, guys. 3 wide does not go, and unfortunately that is a bit more contact, a little bit too much contact for my liking here at the moment, so it will be noted to have a look after, because contact is getting a bit fierce now. But we're looking at Beans here chasing Ryan there further back. Still little bits of contact here and there. And B Racing 1 coming back through the pack like a madman. Up to P6 now. Potentially going to be up to P5 very quickly as we head across the start-finish line to start lap number 9. 3/4 of the way through this race now. Everything's still to play for in terms of positions as we head towards the first turn once again. B Racing 1 down the inside of Coin Edmonds. Eden Edmonds has kept that position. Super Dragon trying to go around the outside here. Goes for the cutback. Doesn't quite work here. So 5 cars in this fight for P4 at the moment. P3 just a little bit too far ahead as we continue on around this left-hander. And you can see Rapid GT trying to escape as fast as you can. Oh, big contact. Big contact. And they managed to sort it themselves out a little bit here. Super Dragon runs a little bit wide here in the gravel. As I'm trying to get on the right car here. There we go. B Racing 1. That's the one I wanted to get on. B Racing 1 and AB Saints now trying to break away as well. They're actually catching up to P3 very quickly here. So there's every chance this could be a battle for the podium position as we come into the hairpin. So this is where I would try and work together. Try and reduce the overtaking. Let's bumper draft. Let's try and go for this. That way you'll get closer and closer and closer. In fact, P1 is getting closer as well. So this boost is really working out well here to get people back in the action as we head towards the start-finish line. Start lap number 10. 3 laps to go then. And we'll have to see what happens here. But it's 4 wide, 3 wide at the moment with TT Base going down the left-hand side here. Super Dragon has really lost out here. So Super Dragon could be on for a run towards the end of the race, of course, because that boost will help them out. So as we go into the left-hander, line of stern, AB Saints trying to go around the outside, a little bit of contact there as we then go into the left again. So the gap is still say around 1 second, I would say, for the lead, but we're watching the P5 battle at the moment. Into the left they go, side by side action once again, and all okay this time around as we then go down the hill. So there we go, that's how side by side works. Oh, a little bit of contact with the wall there. That's just a little mistake as Super Dragon now coming up into P8, potentially looking at P7 as we head towards the hairpin. Whoa, what a move that is by Super Dragon, sorry. Surely that's not going to work. Surely not. My word, that's a good effort. B Racing 1 back down to P7. Look, Challenby is being drawn back in here. Challenby is getting drawn back in by P4, and everybody is going line of stern again with the slipstream. Here we go with some working outs, and B Racing 1 there. Super Dragon back up into P6. AB Saints trying to go around the outside here. They're going to be very close to Eden Edmonds as well. It could be 4 wide as we head towards Turn number 1. Oh, they're all off. They're all getting a bit aggressive on the throttle, I think, and understeering off to Narnia as we continue on round. Oh, a little bit of contacts here and there, guys. You have to use your radar. I'll certainly be looking at this race afterwards in order to see what has happened here. Because the race standards have gone down a little bit, and we want to promote good, clean racing on this channel. But even so, we've got a battle for P3 happening. In fact, Rapid GT has overtaken Cheltenby somewhere. I missed that action. Further back, TT Base gives Croydon Edmonds a little bit of a push to get up the hill as they really go to fight Cheltenby at this point. You can see line of stern here. They head towards the hairpin once again, and few little late dives there. Croydon Edmonds trying to go around the inside. And that was all fine to me. Cheltenby loses another spot there as we head on to the last lap here. Who is going to get this P4 spot? The line of stern here is anybody's guess who's going to get P4. At the moment, TSR Ryan is looking like he's going to get a victory in P1 position. Bean's currently in P2 as we continue over the crest of the hill now. Some side-by-side action. Croydon Edmonds goes defensive. Cheltenby goes to the right-hand side. Sorry. A little bit of contact there. And that's going to put TT Base into the mix here. As we continue now, that's turn 2, turn 3 coming up. Croydon Edmonds leading this group, and they're going to try and go 3 wide once again, 2 wide potentially into this left-hander. Something I would not advise. As we go around there, do they all survive? They do indeed. They all survive that one. That's impressive stuff. As we then head down the hill for one last time in this first split in the afternoon. And yes, we are going to monitor this last corner because I imagine there's going to be some dives and a half. We'll go on TT Base here. B Racing 1 goes down the inside. Oh, that looked a bit aggressive to me, but we'll see. That looked a bit aggressive as well. As we continue out the corner there. And I think somebody's on the inside. So Rhines takes the victory. Then it's Beans. Then it's Rapid GT. Then it's going to be Croydon Edmonds. Then Cheltenby. Then it's going to be... Oh my word, that was on the line. B Racing 1, Saint Super Dragon. And then TT Base. That is your first afternoon split there. Done and dusted. We've got another split coming up, guys, in just a moment's time, actually, because we are running slightly late. So do stay tuned. I will show you the final results. So they are the final results at this moment in time. It's TSR Ryan taking the win from Beans, from Rapid GT, from Croydon Edmonds, then Cheltenby, then B Racing 1, AB Saints 25, CRR Super Dragon, and TT Base. That rounds out your top 9. C4 Bomber gets P10, of course, just because he did attempt that. As I've said, I will be investigating that race because that looked a bit too carnagey to me, in my opinion. There was a bit too much contact for my liking, but we'll be looking at that in, or be putting a note against that for the second afternoon split. Now, in terms of afternoon splits, let me just get you the second lot of drivers up. But give me one moment. Afternoon split 2, please. There we go. And there you go. That's afternoon split number 2. So we should have Agrusa, Team Inter, GT Alex, Awoob, Shadowcat, Lewis C, Swarguy, Kenny. We've got some big championship competitors in this next one. So let's see what happens once that gets going. I'm going to now save the replay. Just make sure. And I'm going to open split number 2. So if you are a split number 2 driver, please make your way on to the PlayStation. But at the moment, that is yeah. Right, there we go. Straight on with the action. When is Mini Madness racing at Route X? That will not be happening, I'm afraid. Let's transition back to said lobby. I'm racing in the Nissan GTR just because, yeah. Yeah, Super Dragon, if you are unhappy with anything, do let me know in Discord. You can DM me if you want, if you don't want to put it public. The few people I've asked for some investigations for this round, I'm more than happy to investigate any for you, Super Dragon. Oh yeah, we do have one additional person in this lobby. Actually, we have Baz as well. Baz moved from an earlier slot. He literally asked me the night before though, so that's the only reason Baz was allowed to do that. He asked me yesterday, and I forgot about it basically. Do you have to have a livery? You don't have to have a livery, but part of the championship is all about said liveries. So qualifying will start at 10 past. So if you are watching this and you want to go get a drink, now may be the time to go and do that, because I've got to do some registers basically. I've got to turn into a school teacher just for a brief moment and make sure everybody who signs up is in. So we have a Grusa, and I can put it on a... Oh, I can't put it on a car for you actually, because I've got to do this. I won't be a second, everybody. We know Baz is in there. Swar guy's in there. So we should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm missing somebody. ERT Rocket Man. That's the person I am missing. You ripped yourself on turn 4 on lap 11. Ouch, Chris. Ouch. So that was an interesting race. I'd say that's a bit too much contact for me. That was literally the same as the last evening slot of the last round. A bit too much contact for me, so I will be looking into that one. I'd say there was a warning after the last round just to say, you know, need to make sure contact is reduced. Are liveries custom? Yes, they are custom liveries. So lots of people choose to pick different liveries. Comfortable? Yeah, you were. You were. I did spot that. I did spot that. So we're just waiting for a few more drivers to join. So you can see some of the drivers joining at the moment. We're just waiting for 2 drivers now. In terms of the championship though, if we jump to that championship, hopefully it starts on the first page this time. So you can see GT Alex is in there, Swar Guy's in there, we've got Kenny in there as well. Now we've got Swar Guy in there, Kenny's up there, GT Alex in there. So Swar Guy and GT Alex, somebody could break away from the championship here. Remember, Jomas didn't get a full house of points again. So we've got GT Alex and Swar Guy in the same split here. Same split, so that's championship contenders at the moment. Kenny's in there as well. Every chance we could see some championship movement happening right here. So this could get very interesting indeed as we then look at page number 3 in just a moment. If you do see your name, give yourself a shout out. Obviously this is all as of round 1, so if you've raced earlier today, these haven't been updated. As we then continue on to the final standings of page number 4. Eventually. There we go. So you should be able to see your names here, there and everywhere. Alright, so we're just waiting on 2 competitors at this moment in time. We can jump to the circuit. We'll jump on the Swar Guy, one of our championship leaders at this moment in time. So let's just... So just a word of notice there. Commentary by Murray Tidgney Walker. That's very honourable. Guys, please don't start blaming people in chat. It's better to do it in the Discord area, please, or message me if you want me to investigate anything. Much appreciated. But let's go through some of these liveries while we wait for the final two competitors to join the lobby. So we got Swar Guy. I think that's the same livery as last time with understeer on the back. Obviously this Mini does have understeer. It has a hell of a lot of understeer actually. And hello Tidge on the number plate. And Swar Guy on the back there. We then have T Minter 51. Let's have a bit more of a look at that livery, please. Oh, okay, we're going full BTCC with delivery here, the Pertec machine. So that's interesting. I think they're in the, I want to say they're in the V8 supercars as well, but don't quote me on that. We then have a couple of Americans in. It's still very early for the Americans. So we have the M&M machine of ERT Rocketman there. And then we have a Grusa in Alabama. Learning to drive. I love it. What a livery that is. What an absolute livery that is. Oh, that's fantastic. We have jumped Kenny at this moment in time. Kenny's improved the livery. So if you haven't noticed, Kenny's actually the main car in terms of featured in the intro. There's Kenny. Oh, flashing lights as well. So Kenny's actually listening. Kenny, you're a pleb. Oh yes, we have Kenny in there. Oh, fantastic. Go for the full drift there. Look, showing off now. Unbelievable. We then go to Baz. Bruno, if you literally restart your game, you should be able to then see it, or look for Sardegna Layout C. So we got Baz here. The Minion Machine, as you guys know, that's one of my favourite liveries that's out there. I just think it's amazing. And when you look inside the car as well, so if we go on inside the car, I mean, look at that. The racing suit as well. I mean, it's like the full combo here. The full combo. It's fantastic. So it is one of my favourite liveries. That's why I'm not voting in the livery contest, because I know which one I'm voting for. But I think all the liveries are fantastic. Let's go to GT Alex. So again, IGTL, if you don't know what IGTL is, if you look them up on Twitter, you will be able to see them. We then have Lewis, who is also known as Questionable Gamer on YouTube, Questionable Gamer 99. If you want to check out Questionable Gamer, go on search YouTube. And then we have Aoob, who is got a flawless number plate. I like that. I like that a lot. So flawless number plate there. Can we see the front of it? I want to see the front of it. Nope, won't let me. Never mind. So yeah, we're just waiting on Bruno then. Once Bruno's in. Tidgney flawless face, exactly. I'm not getting quite as excited this week, guys. I'm trying to save my voice. So, Bruno, when you search for the lobby, in fact, can I just type the ID in? See if I can type the ID in for you, but yes. You should be able to see it, actually, but it's 0475 4210 0646. Nope. I put a space in now, I think, but... I'll be sharing all the replays at the end of the day as well for those interested. We'll be sharing the replays at the end of the day. So we do have a championship fight here on our hands. I've got to say, Swar Guy, GT Alex, two leaders in the championship at the moment. Could get very tight here. Very, very tight. Currently purple on 0.8 at the moment. We do have some strong penalties for very, very bad driving in the championship. Obviously, there's always going to be slight contact here and there, and the minis do make it slightly extreme with the pendulum effect of weight, but any seriously bad driving is punished quite harshly. And that's just to keep the championship fun, because we don't want insane driving, basically. We want clean, fun driving. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. That purple car took the corner way too wide. I was not paying attention then. Purple car of Kenny, I assume you mean? Now, we know GTLX is capable of a 17.4. Not showing it at the moment. It says it doesn't exist. It does. Bruno, have you only just added me as a friend? If you have just added me as a friend, you'll have to restart your game, and that'll be the reason why. So down to a 17.8 for GTLX at the moment. Let me just have a look for you. You've definitely added me, right? Yeah, just try restarting. Try restarting, Bruno. Yes, no worries, Bruno. Just try restart, mate. And then, yeah, sometimes, as Zanny says, if you search for the track, sometimes it appears. It's a bit strange that you can't see it, though. I know. Yeah, Bruno, I know you're Shadowcat, mate. I know. You're the last driver to join the lobby. So we follow the Pertec machine at the moment. See what Team Inter can do. Go into this last corner. Lovely apex speed there. Really lovely apex speed, actually. Could be an improvement here. Ooh, not quite. Nearly. Yeah, it's okay, Bruno. Don't worry. That's a little bit deep there. What about GTLX? GTLX on a lap? What the best Group 3 car overall is? I would say the AMG. Mercedes AMG. Ooh, up on his time there, GTLX. And a little bit of slipstream at the end of the lap. This could be a quick lap. Obviously, it's just a practice lap at the moment as we just wait for Shadowcat to join the lobby. Oh, it's a purple 17.6 for GTLX. Just waiting for Bruno. Oh, GTLX goes off. I'll just make sure I can see you. No, you've only just... that's the problem, Shadowcat, then. You've only just added me right now. So, you should then be able to join. Oh, purple again for GTLX. GTLX is on a mission here. So qualifying's just delayed slightly until we can get Shadowcat in, and then we will kick off with qualifying, and then the sprint and feature races. Oh, look at that, full sideways. Not quite done there though with GTLX. Yeah, no worries, Bruno. If you just try and get in, and then we'll give you a moment to practice, and then we'll kick off with qualifying and the race. Or races, should I say? More than one race. Should go on board with the Minion Machine. Ho ho ho! Four-wheel drift there. My word. And Aggrusser passes Baz like Baz is in a different class. There we go. So qualifying is going to begin at Baz is the only guy using automatic. I've not noticed that. Can we get on board? Let's have a look. Indeed. Oh, automatic right there, guys. I say this championship is for everybody. I'll be interested to see what the car does at the hairpin, actually. But obviously, at this point, Baz can then focus on driving rather than gear changes as well. We then go down the hill. So the car is staying in the right gears at least. So is automatic a disadvantage at the hairpin? That's the question. If it drops the second, I would say yes. If it doesn't, then fair play. Secret strats confirmed. Oh, it stays in third. It stays in third. Perfect. That's perfect. That is literally what you want from the automatic gearbox. So is Shadowcat out? Shadowcat is out. There we go. Shadow written on the side there. What's on the back? Can't tell what that is. In fact, let's jump to. Is that a ghost? Or is it? I'm pulling a strange face. So I'm trying to work out what it is. That's very true, Chris. Right, so at the moment it's still GT Alex from Swar Guy in this a Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog. Right, so we need to get ready to start qualifying at this moment in time. We are 50 seconds away from starting qualifying. Everybody knows what is happening. Let's edit event. I nearly clicked track vote then, didn't I? That'd have been interesting. Yeah, I would never listen to the game's choice for gears, let's put it that way. Right, so we are about to start qualifying in 20 seconds time, guys, so do get ready for this. One outlap, 2 flyers, and then we literally will be starting the sprint race and the feature race, and some championship deciding action that will happen. As yes, let's get ready. 3, 2, 1. It is now time for qualifying here in afternoon split number 2. So everybody will have an outlap and 2 flying laps as we're on board the learner at the moment. Is Shadow bugged in the pits here? Shadow, you might have to rejoin the lobby, mate. In fact, no, what we'll try and do, we'll see if we can fix it with a time change. So, quality is just briefly cancelled. So, we'll just put it back. Full reload of the track. And then we will go again. Few technical hitches. At least the internet's being fine today, guys. Every kind of problem. So let's just put it back to 12. Right, so Shadow, if you still have the problem, you're gonna have to leave the lobby, delete your cache, and then rejoin. Don't worry about it too much, Bruno. It's fine. So let's get out there again. Let's hopefully get qualifying underway this time. And we'll try and jump on board Shadowcat just so I can see what the heck's going on. We were in Narnia then. See, I told you Narnia exists. So everybody is out. Let's just wait for Shadowcat. Swar guy staying behind here. This is interesting. Shadowcat, you coming out, mate? We need... He's left. Okay, he's just rejoining. So he will get a chance to still do 2 flyers. Oh, Lewis has gone to Narnia straight away. So we'll go on board a Grusa in the... we'll go in chase cam. We've not looked at chase cam. And we're going to head up the hill. Hello, Bobsy. How are you, mate? As we then go into this hairpin. So I'm going to take you on a flying lap. I know some of you have been watching already on the first split, but some of you are only just joining the mini madness basically. So I'll take you on a lap of the Sardegna Layout C circuit, and then you've got an idea of what is going on. So you're going to start cross the start-finish line. You're going to head up this hill. Now, slipstream is on weak, so if you are behind somebody, you are potentially getting an extra 2 miles an hour. So you're going to come towards the braking zone. 50-meter board is where you were looking to brake here. As you see, a Goose do that perfectly. You're going to chuck the car in and then hopefully not touch the gravel like that. So unfortunately for a Grusa, that's 1 lap ruined straight off the bat. As we continue on, so I'm going to go on board with a Woob here. With that flawless picture there in the background. So as you approach this left-hander, very difficult corner this to get right. You're going to trail brake a little bit into here. Chuck it in. 75 mile an hour. Apex speed is okay there. Looking for 77 in reality, but a Woob gets a good run out of that corner and continues on down the hill. This section, you're just looking at the weight transfer, trying to minimize it as best as possible. As you then head up the hill now, you stick to the left, then chuck it to the right, stay as tight as you possibly can, and then brake as you hit the curb in here. You're going to drop to 3rd gear, try and maintain as much speed as possible. Lost a bit too much speed there, did a Woob, as a Woob leaves that corner now and heads towards the line. We'll get a good look on this livery as well, because we've not really looked at it. Lovely sort of multicoloured effect there with the purple and the green. But heading towards the line now, a Woob is going to finish the first lap on a 19.7. That's gone to a 20.7, which is just a penalty. GT Alex there, 17.3 from GT Alex. That's the fastest. Oh, Kenny, 17.2. My word, Kenny coming in there with 17.2. That's the fastest we've seen today, I think. I think somebody did a 17.2 earlier on as well. But, wow, Kenny putting in the pace there. Trying to get up this championship a little bit. As leaves the corner, and a few people going slowly here. Some people have had issues on the lap. As Lewis is being overtaken there by Kenny. So Lewis struggling a little bit on this circuit. And Kenny, oh, Kenny's off as well. Oh, Kenny's into the barrier. So Kenny doing the very sportsmanlike thing there, getting out of everybody's way. Fair play to Kenny. So let's go with GT Alex. Is GT Alex up on the lap? He's 1.5 temps. Let's find out. Into the hairpin we go. Ooh, slow apex I think there. Leaves the last corner. Gonna have a lot of slipstream though from a Woob. Is it some IGTL teamwork? Let's find out. They killed Kenny. What? Doesn't do it. GT Alex doesn't do it. It's a Swar guy. Swar guy up on their lap. Oh, runs very wide there. I don't think that's going to be an improvement. We'll find out though as we head towards the line. A 16, a 17, not quite. So it's Kenny at the moment from GTLX, from Swarguy, from Baz, from Team Inter, from ERT Rocketman. Awoob's in there as well. Lewis is in there. A Grusa, and then we're just waiting for Shadowcat. So everybody on the first turn. So I'll just put a warning in there so people are aware. So Shadow about to complete first lap, 20.5 there. So up into P8 at the moment for Shadowcat. Let's see what Shadowcat can do on the second lap. Down into the first corner here. Hopefully this yellow flag doesn't cause issues. Oh, into the gravel. So we continue on round. I think someone mentioned about yellow flags last time, turning them off for quali. And into the left-hander we go. So it's still available for a time here. Ooh, gets it slightly wrong there. Continues on round the corner all the same. Still makes it work. Heading down the hill now. Up on the time though, Shadowcat. Looking for 8 tenths though to catch up to Awoob. A lot of work to do in this last section. And into the break-in zone we go for one last time in qualifying in this afternoon split. And Shadow leaves there now, heads towards the line. What is Shadowcat going to get here? Is it going to be an improvement? Looking for a 19.7 in order to beat Awoob. Ooh, doesn't do it. Doesn't improve in the end. So that is your qualifying session done and dusted. Let's get on with the sprint race. Hello Benson, how are you mate? So we have Kenny on pole position, GTLX in P2, Swarguy in P3. Your 2 championship leaders there, GTLX and Swarguy. Baz in P4, Team Inter P5, Rocketman P6, Awoob P7, Shadowcat P8, P9 for Lewis, and P10 for a Grusa in Alabama. We stay with Kenny here. Look far into the distance underneath that Sardegna sign, and you'll see the red lights appearing now as we go to 5 red lights. We get ready for the green light, and here we go with the race here. The first race of the afternoon, split number 2. And we are racing here. Kenny looks like he's had a good start here. Swarguy looks like he's had an even better start here. Getting a bit of slipstream here. Going to get on the inside of GTLX straight off the bat here. Everyone going towards the left-hand side with this slipstream as we head down towards first corner for the first time in this sprint race. Kenny leading the way from GTLX and Swarguy. They go 3 wide into turn number 1. It's Kenny's from... Oh my word, Baz is getting in there as well. They're going to go 3-4 wide. Looks like Swarguy's going to get this. Down the middle, a Moses manoeuvre from Swarguy. Up into P number 1. Fair play to everybody there, giving lots of space to everyone as we continue on now towards the left-hander. I wouldn't be going too wide here, as I warned earlier on in the lobby. And Grusa's gone off there into the barrier. So a lot of work to do there for Grusa, but Swarguy leads away from GTLX and Kenny P3. Baz getting in the action there. P4 in that minion machine. M&M machine of Rocketman in P number 5. And a few side-by-side action there. Woo, Team Inter, Lewis all back there as we head towards the hairpin for this first time. Swarguy doesn't go defensive here. Anyone goes for the GTLX, goes down the inside for the move. Slight bit of contact there as they go around the corner. Swarguy's going to have a better exit here though, and Swarguy is going to keep that position surely. There we go. Swarguy back up into P number 1, but GTLX could lose the slipstream here as Kenny gets close. Oh, just jumped in the slipstream last second there. Oh, it's a big old battle here for that P1. Let's have a look further back. Baz is there. Awoob and Team Inter, Lewis all side by side as well as they head up to turn number 1. Swag guy, sorry, GTLX and Kenny side by side here. Kenny down the inside of GTLX into the first turn we go. Swag guy leading the way here. And Kenny gets it done there into P2. GTLX in P3. Rocketman P4 and Baz in P5. Further back, we've got Awoob, Team Inter, Lewis, and Agrusa. We've lost somebody here. We've lost Shadowcat, I think, as we continue on anyway with the race. Let's go back up towards near the front. We've got 3 wide further back into turn number 4. That isn't going to work, surely. There we go. There's the answer to that question. But we're on board with the M&M machine at the moment as they head down the hill once again. Lap number 2. And we've got a massive fight here for that P1 at the moment. Let's jump to that P1 battle, actually. Swag guy on the right hand side. Kenny on the left, down into the hairpin. GTLX looking for a move as well. Doesn't quite work out. In fact, Swag guy still keeps that position. And GTLX is going to have to slipstream on the exit there. As we continue on out of that corner. And here we go once again. Swag. Oh, did he, Chris? Thanks for letting me know that, mate. Yes, it probably needs to refresh or delete the temporary cache that is in the game to try and solve that, basically. So Swag guy leading the way into turn 1 once again. GTLX trying to look for a move around the outside. Is it going to work? Not quite going to go off the cutback potentially. Oh, gets a good run out of there. It could be on for a move here. It's going to be very close between these guys. Further back, Agrusa in Alabama is up to P6 at this moment in time. GTLX trying to go for the move down into turn number 4. Doesn't want to go for it in the end. Goes for the safety choice instead. A safer choice as Lewis comes into this left-hander. Oh, that's well too fast, well too deep, and into the barrier Lewis goes. Agrusa gets a bit sideways there as well. A little bit of contact with Awoob there further down. And in fact, GTLX has made the move on Swag guy there. Missed that completely, but they're going to be side by side heading up the hill. No, they're not. GTLX is going to get that position. We've logged that on the replay, so hopefully we can have a look at what happened there. But GTLX, Swag guy, Kenny, Baz, all in the action here as we leave the hairpin once again. And GTLX just ahead there, just ahead, and the 3 wide further back. Agrusa, Rocketman, Team Inter, they're all very close. Swag guy has just taken the lead there. I want to quickly look at what happened here. Going into this left-hander, Swag guy run wide. Oh, just a little bit. GTLX gets the run. That's how GTLX got the position. Let's jump back to the action here. As we go 3 wide. Kenny looking for a move on Swag guy into turn 1, but doesn't get it done. In fact, Kenny could get P2. No, GTLX keeps that position for now. Kenny going to fall back into P3. Further back, we've got Agrusa, Rocketman, Awoob. Somebody's had a bit of an off somewhere. Team Inter is the one that's had an off. Christmas Gamer further back in P number 9. Let's go to the lead battle though. Swag guy and GTLX. This is the final lap of the sprint race. GTLX round the outside of turn number 4, gets it done. Kenny looking to get position. Oh, Kenny's been knocked off there. Just a slight tap there from Swag guy. 2 wide, does not go into that corner. We've said it before, we'll say it again as we continue on now up the hill. GTLX looking to get the first win here of the afternoon split as we head up the hill. It's GTLX from Swag guy, from Baz. Baz in that mini machine. Is Baz going to look for a move down the inside? Ooh, has a think about it. Decides to change his mind as we then come out of the hairpin, and it looks like it's going to be GTLX to take the victory. We'll have to wait and see as we head towards the line to finish this first sprint race here. GTLX going to take the victory there, flashing the lights as well from Swag guy, from Baz, from Kenny, from Awoob, from Agrusa, from Team Inter, Rocketman and Lewis, and Shadowcat will round out your top 10 there. Fantastic first race there. Very clean racing there. That's better racing that we like to see. A little bit of contact on turn number 4 with Swag guy and Kenny, but 2 wide does not happen very well. Well, nothing nice happens there if you go 2 wide, that's for sure. So there's going to be a little bit of a breather, 5-minute warm-up / cool down, and then we will start the feature race. You still get points for joining Shadowcat. If you can join now, Shadowcat, or you are in now, try and join for the feature race, mate. Make sure you delete your temporary cache. So if you go to options here, there's a network, hit that button and delete that cache. That will help you. So Swag guy just apologising to Kenny there. Just apologising. But make sure you do that cache thing first, Bruno. Make sure you do that. Okay, then just join, and then we'll just give a warning to drivers just in case you don't start on the line, because you will start on pole. Okay, there's 5 minutes. There is 5 minutes, so... And that's what we like to see. Drivers just, apologising, and everyone's happy, and then we can continue on with the racing. That's perfect. Perfect. That's what Mini Madness is all about. The fun and excitement of the race. As you see a whoop go sideways there. So if you do have any questions about the championship, please do fire them away in chat. More than happy to answer them. You can still enter the championship, of course. We have talked about that. Ooh, a whoop goes for the full-on reverse strat. If someone is on your outside into turn 4, let them go wide and just undercut, staying near the curb. Yes, that's what I would recommend as well. Or, literally, if you are going for the overtake and on the outside, I'd brake early and just pull back in. Because with this race, you lose a lot more by going to the back of the mid-pack madness versus just pulling back in and actually going for some racing later on. There's loads of chances to overtake on this lap. Turn 4 is not the best place to overtake. It really isn't. So if you're ever side by side, I'd always give up the inside personally, but that's just me. Yes, unfortunately you are, Mike. You are indeed. Awoob, the mad lad, going for that reverse lap. Indeed. Do you know reversing doesn't actually apply your mileage? How do you get in on these races, Call-Off? Well, if you check in the description, there is a PDF. If you follow the instructions in the PDF, you should be able to get in the final 4 races of the season. The races are monthly, apart from October, I think. I've tried to avoid clashing schedules with FIA and World Tours and the like. It's faster in reverse than me racing normally. I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure that's not the case. My voice is going already. I can feel it as well. We still have 4 more races this evening to do, plus the one we're about to do now. So we're just waiting for Shadowcat, and then we will kick off the feature race. Oh, in fact, I've not even set up the feature race, have I? So let me just let me set up that. I nearly failed, guys. I nearly failed. Nobody warned me. Nobody warned me. First grid. Not sure what's going on now. Ooh. Right, I've just barely recovered from the F1. I'm assuming the F1 was good then. Please don't put spoilers in the chat. I'm not really that bothered, but I'm sure other people are. So, is Shadowcat actually in the lobby, first of all? Nope, not at the moment in time. So we might give Shadowcat just an extra moment to try and get in. Otherwise, Shadowcat will just get the minimum points for this one, because there was an absolute all-time classic race that... Really? Wow, okay. I'm sure the highlights will be good then. It's amazing that they've had Silverstone and Germany so close together in terms of exciting racing. There we go. Shadowcat has just rejoined. We've got the reverse mini racing happening apparently. Yeah, David Pell was racing. Unfortunately, they had to retire the car due to ABS issues, I believe. Really? Wow. Exactly, Himmel. Exactly. How are the splits determined? So that's a very interesting question, because you go, well, why are the championship contenders in the same split? So in a nutshell, Shadowcat is leaving the pit, so we'll start in due course. So in terms of the splits, literally as you enter, so if you enter, for example, if if I enter first and somebody enters 20th, it's done on entry. So it's random. So you can't, unless you specifically talk to somebody and go, I'm entering here, you enter here, but you've no idea how the others are entering the round as well. You don't really know. So you could end up with all the best drivers in the world in the same lobby if they all pick the same time. You don't know. It's just luck and fate where you end up. But this championship is all about the fun, remember, as well. So sometimes you'll have good luck, sometimes you'll have bad luck. It's all about fun and having a good time. So we're going to start the race in 1 minute's time. Well, in less than 1 minute now. I need to just type one additional thing as a race steward. There we go. Just put my note in there. Oh, it's great to hear, Bobsy, that you've increased your speed. Right, so let's get on with the feature race. This should be a cracker. As I say, if GT Alex wins this, GT Alex will be the sole leader of the championship. Sole leader. This is going to be very interesting indeed to watch. So you've got Shadow Cat on pole position, then Lewis in P2, Rocky Man P3, Team Inter P4, Agrusa P5, Awoob P6, Kenny P7, Baz P8, Spore Guy P9, and P10 for GT Alex. GT Alex has to come from the back of the field as we get ready for the start of this race. 3 lights are on, 4 lights are on, 5 lights are on. And it's green, green, green. Off we go. I did warn people. Looks like Shadow Cat has got the bug again. Oh, we've got a hit there. We've got a hit. We did warn people, but boost it on, so it's all fine here. So we'll have to go towards leader. Shadow Cat, if you can just leave. Unfortunate set of circumstances there. But even so, we continue on. People did not take my warning there in chat. I'm not sure how to solve that, Shadow Cat, to be honest with you. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Baz and further back, but let's concentrate on the race now and what's happening there. A little bit of contact here, there, and everywhere. GT Alex already up to P3. What on earth is going on there? GT Alex with an absolute monster start, up to P3 here, and already looking to accelerate away as fast as humanly possible. Swar Guy and Kenny, I think, were involved in that start mix up there as we come into turn number 4. Oh, GT Alex has cut the corner. GT Alex is going to go off here, surely onto the grass there, potentially going to lose out on some positions further back. Agrusa in Alabama all over the back of GT Alex at this moment in time. Rocky Man in there as well. But Lewis is leading the way by a little bit of a gap there to Awoob as we head up the hill and we go into the hairpin for the first of 12 times here at this Sardegna C layout. Ooh, Baz going for a bit of a late move there. A little bit of contact there as well. Agrusa trying to get the move done, and Baz in there as well as we head towards the start-finish line. And it looks like who's going to have P3 here? It's going to get very close, I think. It's all about slipstream. In fact, the battle for the lead is on as well here. Awoob and Lewis C side by side as they head towards turn number 1. Is it going to be Lewis? Is it going to be Awoob? Into turn 1 they go. Awoob goes for the deep late break-in and gets it done. Fair play. Agrusa stops it on the apex. Stops GT Alex going for the cutback there. Further back, we've got 2, 3 wide here. Swar Guy, Rocket Man, Kenny and Baz all in there as well. Team Inter a little bit further back in that Pertec machine as we continue on. Lewis trying to go for the move at turn number 4. Again, I will always say this, and I keep repeating myself, it's not the best place to go for a move. Oh, he gets it working this time, though. Oh, Swar Guy's off into the gravel. The move's going for the move as well. Oh, this, oh my word, 2x2. Here we go. It's Noah's Ark all over again. And down the hill we go. And Lewis is just keeping that position at the moment. But Agrusa's looking for the move. Oh, a little bit of contact there. A little bit of weight transfer in there as well. Gonna have to be careful here as they come back on circuit into the braking zone. We got everyone stays really tight there as they come into the braking zone. And line astern we go. GT Alex trying to go around the outside here. Gonna get it done, I think. Up into P2 is GT Alex. as we leave the hairpin. There you go. Look at that. Every single competitor on your screen right now. And let's jump to GT Alex, who has taken the lead out of nowhere. A really wide line there. GT Alex took the lead out the hairpin. As we continue on now down towards turn number 1, and I'm assuming Swar Guy wants to get past very quickly to try and keep up with GT Alex as we head towards turn number 1. Lewis is trying to go for the move, doesn't quite work here. GT Alex gets it turned in, gets it round, and GT Alex is away here. Lewis still leading the rest of the pack here in P number 2, but GT Alex trying to accelerate as fast as he can away from this pack to get away from the madness. Excuse me, my throat is drying up faster than anything else here as we continue into the left-hander. And GT Alex leading the way there. Oh, Lewis into the gravel there. Lewis is into the gravel, going to drop all the way down in the positions. Kenny trying to break away as fast as he can. We've got a Gruser in there as well. Swar Guy in there. And all sorts happening here further back in the grid. A Woob there leading another mid-pack battle with Team Inter, Baz, Rocketman all in there as well. And Lewis back in the pack as well, which is good. This is why Boost is on. But Kenny, Swar Guy, Gruser, I think you're going to have to help each other very quickly to catch up to GT Alex. We'll wait and see though. GT Alex trying to break that slipstream straight off the bat. They're all going to be line astern here. They're all trying to work together, try and keep in that battle for the victory. Victory worth 40 points, remember, as we continue on now to start lap number 4. My voice is going to have to try and hold on for the remainder of this race. We'll wait and see if that happens as we head now down towards turn number 1. GT Alex with a substantial lead there, 0.8 of a second. Further back though, there's all sorts of action going on here. Rocketman, Baz, Lewis, Team Inter 51, sorry, and Lewis in the gravel there. So Lewis potentially going to lose out on a couple of positions here with Team Inter and Rocketman. Rocketman down the inside of Lewis. As Rocketman in that M&M machine, I believe he's probably going to get that position. We'll see what happens. He does indeed. Into the left-hander we go. A Woob in P number 5. And they go side by side and they make it work, or they nearly make it work. At least there's no contact there. And Woob going to get up there. Gruser's had a bit of an off somewhere. 4 wide down here, does not work. Baz into the barrier there. Huge incident there with Baz in the barrier as we continue on. Looks like GT Alex is not breaking away from Kenny and Swar Guy there. And Woob trying to break away from this mid-pack madness. It's called mini madness, but it's mid-pack madness as well. As we look at GT Alex there, leading the way, 1.1 seconds that gap, so he's actually increased the gap a little bit. Now that gap starts to drop with that slipstream taking effect as well. Let's look a bit further back. Team Inter 51 up to P6, fighting with a Gruser for that slipstream of Lewis C there. Rocketman in the slipstream as well, and Baz just out the way there in that P9 position. So we'll follow this gap. That gap down to 7 tenths, 6 tenths. Team Inter 51 with that boost, fast lap of 16.6, shows you the impact boost does have when you fall off the back of the pack. But GT Alex only 5 tenths away from Kenny. We'll have to see how that battle unfolds a bit later on. Let's go a bit further back in the pack because we've got 2 wide here. Gruser, Team Inter and Rocketman all in this fight for that P6 position, and Lewis C just ahead of him in P5 as we head towards turn 4 once again. Who is going to make moves here? Who's going to stay behind? Our move's going to be made. A little bit of a move made by a Gruser on Lewis C. Lewis C into the barrier there. And wow, Rocketman coming through there. Look at Rocketman go. My word, there's a little bit of contact there as well. People need to use a radar. Team Inter 51 into the barrier slightly. And the Baz round the outside here. Going to get into P6 position. A Gruser up into P5. All sorts happening in this mid-pack as we go towards the front. Now that gap, only 6 tenths. It was 1.1 last time leaving here. And it looks like GT Alex had a bad run out of the hairpin. So GT Alex versus Kenny versus Swar Guy. The championship fight really is on here as they begin to start lap number 6 here. And we'll have to see if Kenny is going to go make moves here. Let's jump on board with Kenny. We can watch that gap start to come down here. It's down to 2 tenths, down to 1 tenth. Is Kenny going to make the move? Goes to the outside instead. Oh, a little bit of a tap there on GT Alex as they come into the left-hander. And that battle seriously is on for P1. Let's go a bit further back. Oh, we're 4 wide here, 3 wide. Gruser keeps it tight there, gives space on the outside. Baz on the outside there as well. Team Inter 51 in there. Lewis C is in there as well. And Rocketman's dropped down to P9 at this moment in time. As we continue on, my voice is going. Oh, a little bit of contact there as they continue. Oh, that's what happens with a weight transfer in these cars. A little bit of contact by not looking at the radar causes absolute carnage sometimes as we now go towards the battle at the front as they head up towards the hairpin. It's GT Alex from Kenny. Kenny potentially looking down the move. No, stays behind at this moment in time. Swag Guy in there as well. Swag Guy looking for a move on Kenny here. Is that going to happen? Oh, it's very close. A little bit of a tap there. That's all fine to me. Let's look a bit further back here. All sorts of action going on in this mid-pack. Awoo, Baz, Agrusa, Rocket Man. They continue on out of that corner and they head towards the start-finish line. And who is at the back at this moment in time? I can't actually tell. It's Team Inter 51 in the Pertec machine. Let's jump towards the lead now. It's GTLX from Swag Guy this time. Is Swag Guy going to make the move here? Swag Guy doesn't want GTLX to break away here as we head down towards the left-hander once again. And GTLX keeps that position for now. Oh, it's all very close here. What a fight here we have with these three drivers. So as we can look a bit further back, a little bit of contact there between Agrusa and Baz. Baz into the gravel at this moment in time. The unlucky one there, but will be still in that fight for that P4 position as the battles really do rage on here between these drivers. As we come up to turn number 4. Who is going to survive this one this time? Oh, we've got some action up ahead as well. I'm going to have to timestamp that one. Oh, Lewis, they're all off there. They're all off. Oh, GTLX has lost a position as well. Oh my word, they're 3 wide. They're 3 wide. Little bit of contact here, there and everywhere as we head up the hill. Oh my word, what's going on here? Swag Guy into the lead from Kenny, I think, has got the inside. But no, GTLX goes around the outside. So GTLX is going to keep that P2 position. Right, let's quickly have a look at what the heck happened in all of that. So GTLX is holding everybody up basically. So Kenny tries to go down the inside here, gets it done. But a little bit of contact potentially there. That Swag Guy gets the run. So Swag Guy tries to go for a Moses maneuver down the middle there. My word, that was all a little bit hectic. Let's jump to that battle now as they head towards turn number 1. Swag Guy leading the way from GTLX. Then it's Kenny. And then further back, we have the battle for P number 4. Nothing's going to happen here. So let's have a look at the battle for P number 4. We've got Awoob. We've got Agrusa. We've got Lewis. We've got Baz. We've got Team Inter in there. And we're trying to break away as fast as humanly possible here. Into turn 1 we go. A little bit of contact there from Lewis and Agrusa there, but they all managed to survive a little bit there. Everyone taking avoiding action from the slower car, and Rocket Man trying to go around the outside here. But let's go back to your battle for first place here. Turn number 4, we go around, and at the moment, Swag Guy still leading away from GTLX and Kenny. Let's jump to your battle further back. It's P5 battle at the moment. Awoob's trying to escape as fast as humanly possible. The Pertec machine is off of Team Inter 51 as we continue on down the hill now. Awoob trying to break away, but I think Awoob has maybe lost a little bit of speed there because they're catching at fair paces now. So let's jump to the lead battle here. Swag Guy, GTLX has gone for the move down the inside of the hairpin, and Kenny's still in this fight as well as they leave there. Swag Guy is going to have the advantage, but Kenny's going to have the advantage over all 3 of them with a bit of slipstream as well as they head towards the line. They're going to start lap number 9 as we begin. Now it's all 1,000th of a second, and Kenny's going to go down the inside here. It's going to be 3 wide as we head towards turn number 1. Who's going to have the advantage here? Coming down towards turn number 1 is going to be Kenny on the inside. A little bit of contact. Did they all survive? They do indeed, and it's still GTLX and Kenny. Let's jump quickly further back. I think GTLX has got this. Agrusa is in P5. Slight bit of contact. Baz tries to go around the outside. That's not going to work there. Team Inter 51 into P6, but I think Rocket Man could have a good run on Team Inter here. Let's jump back to the P1 battle. And it's GTLX versus Kenny versus Swag Guy here. They all go sideways through that corner. And as they head down the hill now, that's all fine and good. So Agrusa, a little bit of contact there. Tried to go a little bit wider to take that line. That was a big mistake there by Agrusa, I think, on that Team Inter 51 on that Pertec machine. Let's jump now back to the P1 battle. It's GTLX versus Kenny versus Swag Guy. Kenny going for the move down the inside at the hairpin. Is he going to get it done here? A little bit of contact there between the 2 IGTL organisers. Round we go once again. Swag Guy takes both their positions. Thank you very much, Swag Guy says, and heads up towards the line to start lap number 10. Now, is Kenny losing the slipstream here? It looks like Kenny is losing the slipstream. Potentially Kenny has lost the slipstream, but if they continue battling, it could bring Kenny back into it. Further back, Awoob is still trying to break away and not breaking away successfully. It's Awoob from Agrusa, from Baz, from Rocket Man, from Lewis C, from Team Inter 51. Let's have a look back at that P1 battle. No moves made at this first turn. This is your battle for the championship lead, by the way. As we continue on round, it's Swag Guy from GTLX. GTLX is going to make a move. Swag Guy goes defensive, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a move made here. We'll jump back to the battle for P4 in just a second, as there's been some moves there. T51, Team Inter 51's just gone up a position. That's all fine and dandy. Oh, Kenny's off as well. Kenny's off again. Kenny's out of that battle for that P1 position. Let's jump further back. Oh, we're too wide into turn number 4. Oh my word, it's all happening here. A little bit of contact there from Baz and Team Inter 51 as we continue on down the hill. Baz has got a 0.5 penalty, slight bit of contact there, and Lewis C has put a Grusa into the wall there. That's not good there. That is not good at all, but a Grusa should get a bit of boost there to catch back up once again. Let's jump back up to the P1 battle. We've got Swarguy and GTLX. They are so close together here, and the gap to Kenny is too far. It's too far. That isn't going to happen. Let's jump further back here. It's side-by-side action for the P4. Lewis versus Baz versus Rocketman. Baz has just got up to P4 in that position. There's going to be slipstream all here as well. As we continue on, let's jump to that P1 battle. It's the penultimate lap here. Swarguy leading the way from GTLX, heading towards turn number 1 once again. In we go. It's side-by-side action, but Swarguy still keeps our position for now. Let's jump back to your battle for P4 here. Baz, Lewis, Awoob, Rocketman, Team Inter 51, and Agrusa's in there as well. And Baz is trying to break away. Runs a little bit deep there. It's going to cost him a lot of time here. That's going to bring a lot of people in to play here. Baz's going to have to go defensive potentially. Doesn't have to. Lewis looking for a move there. Doesn't quite work. Swarguy, GTLX, they're still fighting. They're still fighting. That's fine. Here's we go back to turn number 4 and the battle for 4th position. Into the left we go. Baz tries to go around the outside. That's not going to work. Surely Baz into the gravel there. Then we see now into P4. And I think Rocketman may be catching up here as well. Oh, okay. We're all fine and dandy. Let's go back to the P1 battle. I can't keep up here, guys. Oh. My word, I need some water. Swarguy and GTLX, they're going to be in the fight on the last lap here, but Swarguy is going to be in position here at the moment. Let's go to the battle for P number 4. Lewis C leading that way. A little bit of contact there between Baz and Agrusa. Let's go back to that P1 battle. Swarguy, GTLX, they're side by side. No, Swarguy is just ahead here, only just, mind. So they head towards turn 1 for the one last time. It's a 10th difference between these drivers. So they head towards the braking zone. Swarguy went defensive. GTLX tried to go a little bit tighter. Doesn't quite work. Oh, Swarguy's into the gravel. Swarguy's into the gravel. GTLX takes the lead here. GTLX takes the lead. Oh my word. That could put Kenny into the pits for P2 potentially as well. Right, let's jump back to the P4 battle. We've got a move down the inside of Lewis C. Gets that move done. Everyone stays tight this time to avoid that gravel trap, unlike what Swarguy did. So moving on further, GTLX got a 1.6 second gap to Swarguy. Swarguy is now going to be under all sorts of pressure from Kenny there on this final lap. Let's jump to that P4 battle. Awoob leading the way in this P4 battle from Lewis C. Agrusa, Team Inter, Baz is in there. Rockyman's down the inside as well at turn number 4. Dangerous. It works out fine there. So through we go as we head up the hill. GTLX is in P1. Kenny's up into P2. Kenny is up into P2 on the last lap. Oh, a little bit of contact there as they go around the last corner. So I think GTLX is potentially going to get this. Oh, Swarguy's got an absolute blinding run off that last corner. Swarguy's going to get it. It's going to be GTLX for your race victory. Swarguy gets an absolute balmy run there in P2. Kenny's gone in the pits for the pit finish. Well, I have no idea what's going on. Awoob in P4, Lewis in P5. Let's go a bit further back. We've got Baz in P6, but Rocketman's getting closer and closer and closer. Oh, it's not going to quite work. Oh, Team Inter 51 in the play there right at the end, and Agrusa finishes in P9. My word, what a race. Oh my word. My voice. Help. Help. Oh my word. GTLX is going to take the championship lead here. It's not going to be a tie anymore. We'll save that race replay and let's have a look again at those provisional final results. So GTLX, your race victor from Swarguy, from Kenny, Awoob in P4, Lewis C in P5, Baz in P6, Rocketman in P7, Team Inter 51 in P8, and Agrusa in Alabama in P9. What a race. That was absolutely fantastic. Much better in terms of cleanliness than the first split. I'd say I'll be looking at that first split. But my word, what a race. And what a championship decider there. Obviously, we have 4 more rounds. And, you know, Swarguy could potentially drop this round if he gets better rounds in the future. But let's actually have a look at the championship standings. Just, you know, what they are at the moment and what this means. GTLX is the only person to take full points from both rounds. So GTLX will go into the lead, And Jomas, I think, goes into P2, and then it'll be Swarguy in P3. And then we've got to see what happens later on. There's still a lot of guys to compete in here. You can see that the championship is very, very close. We'll have to wait and find out. You can see, look, 10 points separate 16 drivers. 16 drivers are separated by 10 points right there and then. And actually 32 drivers are separated by 21 points. It is absolutely amazing. And you'll see that 21 point separation right about now. There we go. Look at that. Time that to perfection. So you can see how close this championship actually is. Every position means something. And it's always worthwhile fighting and always trying to play it smart. I actually think playing smart here in this championship is more worthwhile than trying to go for the move every single lap, every single time. But that is going to be it for the afternoon splits, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the racing, as always. We have some racing this evening with the evening slots. It starts at 8 PM British Summer Time, so do convert that as you will. I will put a reminder on the live stream as well. But that's going to be it for me now, guys. Thanks again for tuning in, as always. And we'll see you this evening for the final 2 splits of the Mini Madness Championship, round number 2.